Evening, gang. Welcome along. It's Sunday, the 12th of October 2025. Welcome along to tonight's little chat show. What a lovely day it's been here in Royal Berkshire. Sun's been out all day. Beautiful day today. I got up at a quarter. Actually, it was still dark. It's still dark now when I get up early on a Sunday morning, certainly at 6:45. And it was still dark. Oh, that's it now. That's it now until April, something like that, I suppose. So it was still dark when I got on. And I've started turning on my air conditioning heating things sort of around about 20 minutes before I get up. So it's nice and toasty as I move around from the bedroom to the kitchen and into the living room. Watch a bit of telly. Then around about 20 to 8. Left the house, jumped on my electric bike, which is this evening available for stealing. I can't believe what's happened. Anyway, I'll tell you about it. Oh, by the way, there's a new... Can you see the new orchid? A gift from Maureen. Thank you, Maureen. I don't know if you're there this evening yet, but there we are. Maureen bought me this ever so tall. A gift from Maureen. Look, there it is. Beautiful orchids. Now, I've got orchids all over the house, and they've all come from Maureen, and they all flower. I can't show you that, can I? No, if I could, if I used that camera there, but if I move that... Oh, go on then, hang on. I'll use the teleprinter camera that we use for the chat show. Here we are, look. Let me see. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see that now, can't you? See that there? Look. Right in the middle, that beautiful pink orchid. There's a couple behind the... I know, it's a bit messy. Look how messy it is in here, look. And you know, it's been like this forever. It has been like this forever and a day. This is a little box here that I changed pictures with on the screen while I'm doing the chat show. It's only used for the chat show, that thing. My brother-in-law bought that about 3 years ago, actually. Used to be at the luxury Waterside Media Centre. We have our studio clock, always telling the correct time. Various jingles, stuff up there. And look at it. I mean, look. Isn't it messy? And I'm afraid the backdrop, well, it doesn't actually go quite. You get the bit that you can see, you see. There we are, aircon thing up there. Picture of the Great Barrier Manilow. Rest in peace to our Majesty over there. You know, I'm a big fan of the Queen. And all the other stuff here. That's just where all the sound goes into that. Sound goes all into that here, then comes back out there and goes back into the computer. Do you want to see some real mess? Look at it. Look at it, dear. Look. And look at the dirt on the floor. Trouble is, you can't do the dirt because the wires are in the way. And then there's two computers here. That little one there is the one that sends out the show to you there. This one here is my main one. I do play music and stuff like that. Paper down there. There's an old Rod Stewart picture disc there. I don't know if that's worth anything. And various Disney things. That's an old Disney thing bought for me 25 years ago. Can we get over there? I think we can. Look at that. All the various witches and things like that. So that's that, and this thing here is the teleprinter, boys and girls. And you see now, look, I've moved the camera now, haven't I? Do you think I can move that? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. That's the teleprinter that we do the we're doing the radio show every morning. We play music from Stockcake in Waterman. They had loads of stuff out in the 70s and 80s. 80s and 90s. And then I get everyone to vote on them. And as the votes come in, I add them up on here. Yeah, and it's got a great sound. Listen, so I might, for example, say, Jason, give that one a 5. I go like that. Maureen gives that one a 10. Pup Bentley, give that one a 1. And then I do 16. So 3 people have voted. So we divide that by 3. And there we are. And now pull off the little bit of paper here, which is always a bit of a struggle, to be honest. There we go. It's come off all right. And I come back to the camera and I show him a little mark at the bottom, which is, I can't see it from here. 5.3, is it? Oh, how can I see anything? Can't see anything with the glasses. We're at these now. I mean, trying to read hymns in church is practically impossible now without the glasses. But forget the hymns, the readings, no way. It's like, why are words so small in like dictionaries and Bibles and things like that? 5.3, that's what it is. So that's the teleprinter. There we are. A rather impromptu little look around the studio. It is messy, but I think you find, as most men on here would tell you, like, you know, when your missus starts tidying stuff, that's it. Can't find anything anymore. Like, just like your mum. Where has that got? Ow, I've put it away. Oh, I've tidied up. Well, where did you put it? Oh, might be in that drawer. That you knew where it was, didn't you? Who's got one of them garages, lads? I bet you have, haven't you? No, gay people don't have garages like that, love. No, dear. No, we don't have garages like that. It's spanners and screwdrivers and things. I made a special appearance, as you probably saw last week, in the Butler's Empire show, and I was allowed into Martin's garage. Not garage, a wooden thing that they built, and built very well, I've got to say. All from bits of wood, not from a kit. Oh no, not from a kit, you know, £10,000 and all these bits of woods are up. No, from bits of wood and that foam stuff what you put in between the wood. And flooring and concrete, bit at a time, all planned out and built by my brother-in-law and my nephew. How fantastic is that? I wouldn't be interested in doing stuff like that. You would save a fortune doing that. Anyway, on my recent visit into the garage, I spotted this very heavy metal thing on a table. What's that? This thing, it's like a big block thing, right? A solid metal, which was heavy, and it had holes in it, and things in these 4 holes, and springs behind them. And in front of it, there was another little thing with little nuts on it, all carefully placed. So I picked one of them up. Well, he nearly had a heart attack. And I said, well, can I just push that? Don't push anything, he goes. What do these things do? Oh, it's from a car. I don't know about a car here. Apparently, I need to top up my coolant level. We had a little look underneath my hood. The bonnet in my car. Oh, that was very American. Just for the American viewers, you see. See, I try and get you involved as well. I opened the bonnet. I haven't opened it since I bought it. Or started paying monthly for it. I actually don't own a car. I don't know if my sister wanted to have a look in there. I don't know what she knows about cars. Probably no more than me, to be honest. And we're having a look. She said, oh, that looks a bit low down there. So we had a look, and I think it was down at minimum, or nearly at minimum, coolant. And then I think, I don't know if it was her or Martin, said, oh, there's another coolant bottle here. I'm like, well, what do I do with that? Do I put water in it? Or coolant? Or a mixture of the two? And if so, how do you know if the mixer's right? I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for a warning light to come on the screen, you know what I mean? Rather than looking at these things. And that's the first time I've ever... And we did an oil check. I was able to do that, right? And after 6,000 miles... it was clean, not black in any way. It looked like oil, what had just come out of a bottle. You know, that same, like, you almost see through. And I'm like, why is that so clean? I thought cars had, the oil went black. Apparently it's because it's a new car. What do I know? I don't know. So I was able to do that, and that looked all right. Martin said there was a little bit too much in it, but it seems to be all right to me, you know. So we did that as well. Yeah. Very busy. How do we get on this subject of that? Can we go back a bit? Yeah, we're still going to church at the moment. Anyway, so I did my organ playing today in church. Come out, and my mate's feeling a little bit down at the moment. So I met up with him for lunch. Now, I park my bike and lock it up in the church. When I say I lock it up, I only lock it up to a chair. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, you really struggle to get a bike and a chair attached to it at the church doors. You would struggle. And there are alarms in the church and all this. Anyway, so I went and had lunch with my mate at Marks and Spencer's. I had a chili, a jacket potato with chili beans and smashed avocado. So, it's very, very posh. Very, very posh. Smashed avocado. Only for posh people. Only for... It's like this green mess. It was awful. And I had that. Is that all I had? Oh, and I had a bag of crisps today. I don't have many crisps at all anymore. So I had a bag of crisps. And then we went round to Five Guys and took out a small mortgage to purchase 2 vanilla ice milkshakes. £6.50 each. That's crazy, isn't it? But, you know, the option is there. Buy it or don't buy it. And it's not like we go in there every month. Once in a blue moon, we go to Five Guys. Maybe that's a good thing, you know, because if you see how many calories there are in one of those milkshakes, and they're not massive, you know, some sort of reasonable sized cup. I wouldn't say it was large, regular, right? So we had that. And then he had driven and I'd gone on by, so we said our goodbyes. And we looked at a couple of fellas walking up and down as gays do. We're always watching, gang. Any fellas watching the show tonight, the gays are always watching you. Don't think you can go into a place, you know, and the gays will ignore. No, we're judging you straight away. And along come this lad with his grey tracksuits hanging down, grey tracksuit trousers hanging down, and there was the girlfriend. Oh, my God. And she had those tight lycra leggings on, which were multicoloured. I don't need to tell you what I could see at the front of them, do I? But it involved a humped animal. I'm like, why are you with her when you can be with me? But anyway, so he went past, and we split up at the corner of Boots, and he went down there, and I carried on back to the church. So I get to the church, and you have to go up a ramp, like that. Very good for the people in the wheelchairs, so they put this thing in. All concrete. They've just had that fixed, actually. It was collapsing. The whole thing was collapsing. Mind you, that would have made a good YouTube video, wouldn't it? You know, wheelchair collapsing on the ramp or something like that. No, sorry, it's just me. So why are those doors closed? I thought that's a bit strange. The doors are closed today. Oh well. So I went up and I pushed the door. It's locked. Oh no, I thought. Anyway, I look in the car park. Most of the people had gone. Well, they would have done, you know, an hour and a half. We'd been traipsing around and having something to eat and what have you. An hour and a half. You know, the mass finished at 11:30. It's now 5 to 2. Okay. But it's always open, the church. It's open all day long and usually closes at night time. So I couldn't understand why it was open. Anyway, I went round to the priest at Father Danny's house and I rang the doorbell. No answer. I didn't think there'd be an answer. So I was stuck there, so I quickly rang my mate. I said, I think you're going to have to give me a lift home. I said, the church is closed. Oh, why is that? I said, I've no idea. Don't usually close. Also went past a homeless man. He often pops in the church. I don't know what his name is. Always goes up there. I said, oh, it's locked, mate. Oh, is it? I said, yeah. He said, oh, okay, thanks. I don't know why it was locked. So I then had to walk all back through town again and met up with mate in his electric, iconic, whatever it is, 5 or 6, I can't remember one. The one that looks like a Porsche at the back. And gave us a lift home. But now, of course, there's the great danger that you, because it won't be anyone else, I will know if it's stolen, it'll be one of you. It'll be one of you is now locked inside the church, becoming holy. Anyway, I don't have any phone numbers of anyone that you can ring kind of any time other than the office phone number, which is open Monday 9 till 3 or whatever that day it is. So I messaged one of my friends, Mary, her name. She used to be the parish secretary in there. But she stopped doing it about a year ago now, and her position was taken up by 2 lovely people, Donna and Francis. And Francis is getting engaged, or is engaged now. He's getting married at some point. I get on really well with him. And so I said to Mary, is there anyone? She said, I can message Donna. She got a private number. I haven't got that. and see what she says. So I just replied to her, well, if I could pick it up sort of tomorrow around about 12:30, would it be open then? So she said, yeah, I'm sure it'd be open then. So I'm bikeless now. I'm going to have to walk up to the gym tonight. Walk, dear. Poor old Chris, my little legs can't take it. Anyway, so that was today. Came back here, a little bit of sleep, got up. I've just had some more beans, actually, chili beans on a little bed of rice and a cup of tea. And here we are talking. I nearly didn't make it, actually. I'm looking at that clock. I was in 1 minute to go. I could just go to the toilet quickly. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's my day today, and hope your day was a little bit more successful than mine. The organ playing went well today. Nice choir singing. 8:30 was a bit quiet today. 8:30 was quiet. 10:30 was, as always, busy. In fact, I'm doing 3 hymns now. If you know anything about this, you just play along. If you don't know, I'm now doing 3 hymns at the communion as the church is so busy. It's bursting at the seams at 10:30. A lot of the Catholic churches have gathered like lots of people in to, unfortunately, the detriment of places like the Church of England. They're just not going in there anymore. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But yeah, our church is bursting at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, let's say hello to some of you, gang. If you'd like to send us a message this evening, gang, go to text in your message, please, or you can use email, all right? I can't be coming in and out of the chat box all the time because it's very, very busy with people talking to each other. Okay, so I don't tend to go in the chat box much. I know that's a pain in the arse for some of you, but you must understand it really is impossible when people are saying hello to each other, and then for me to go in that jumble of messages and find the ones for me is really, really difficult, okay? So please, if you're going to send us a message, either use the email down there, okay, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, or you can text in your message on 07451 287 337. It only works in the UK, that, okay? 07451 287 337 is my text number there. And let's have a look. Mark Bowles is there. Good evening, Mark. Good evening, oh gorgeous ones. He's so happy. He's so happy for 2 reasons, actually. For 2 reasons this afternoon. And first of all, was it 2 reasons? No, sorry. Sorry, I thought you might have seen your little boy today. So the only reason Mark is happy tonight is because I sent him a little video. Oh. And it's me mouthing to Barry Manilow. You know, like they do on TikTok. I can't play it to you, unfortunately, due to the copyright thing. But I was mouthing along, sometime, somewhere down the road, I know our paths will cross again. It doesn't matter where or when. And somewhere down the road, it goes on, but it finishes, and you, something like, and you know, and you belong to me. It made him smile. Oh, it'd make him smile if he pulled up here one day in his car. Have you got a car, Mark? I'm not sure you got a car. Have you got a car, Mark? And if so, what one, please? Not that I'm bothered. No, I'm happy with you turning up here in a Fiat 500. You know, leave today and you may get here by Saturday in a Fiat 500. Can they go up hills now? There was some sort of issue some years ago. I always remember it being on like either Jeremy Clarkson's thing or Watchdog. One of those where the Fiat 500s refused to go up hills. Mind you, with my fat ass, it probably still won't go uphill. Anyway, he says, good evening. Had a wonderful afternoon scrolling through your TikToks today. Your DIY foul cracks me up. Feeling tired today after a heavy night on the Vino. 3 a.m. getting in. Too old for this. Oh, it's a good job. Oh, that's a good job. Good job you didn't turn up here drunk. Good job you didn't turn up here drunk, my love. You know what drunk men are like. We know what drunk straight men are like. Terrible. Terrible. I would have to stop you coming in for at least 5 seconds. I would, love. He says he says he's getting too old for the old drink 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not for me, mate. I'm sorry. No, I don't think I could do that anymore. You know my story. I used to go to work 10 till 3 a.m. Jump in the car, drive back here, go back to London for sort of 5:30. By the time I'd got that, it was about 5 o'clock because there were no speed cameras then. I used to bomb up and down that motorway, like seriously, and then go to a nightclub which opened at 4 a.m. Stay there till 1, come back here. No, from there I went to work again. I couldn't do that anymore. No. And he's got a convertible Vauxhall. Is it Tigra? Something like that. Oh, that sounds a nice car. Oh, I look forward to being sitting next to you in that with your arm around me while you're driving with the other hand. We can wave to your ex. Hello, love. All right. How are you, love? How's the Ford? All right, girl. Yeah, lovely. Nice to see you. Is that a new dog? Oh, it's not a dog. You've just got what? Oh, sorry. Convertible Vauxhall. Look at that. Evening to Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning. Hello, my love. Welcome along, Vera. Patricia in Manchester loves the Orchids. Good evening, Chris. Great karaoke night. She was watching those on the stream last week. There's no karaoke from me next week because I'm away at a secret location. Where could that... Don't put it in the chat box if you know. Whatever you do, do not put it in the chat box. I'm going to a secret location overseas, boys and girls. Someone will be receiving duty-free items. Not the person I'm visiting, incidentally. No, when I come back. I wonder who that could be. Is it you? Is it you? It's not a Jet2 holiday. Come and beg your hands. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, it's £50 per person off. That's £200 for a family of 4. Thank you. Yeah, she likes the Orchids as given to me by lovely Maureen on Friday night. Maureen's been twice to the karaoke this week. Nice to have her along. How often do you water the orchids? About once a week, and then seriously, not much. Not enough water to put in the top and let it gather in the plate. Literally about that much water. Very small amount. That's all. Never soak an orchid. They hate it. The lovely Shania. Good evening, Shania, who said she is a secret viewer today. She's on a retreat. They're not allowed to talk. And knowing Shania, I don't know how she manages that, to be honest. They're not allowed to talk at dinner. She sent me a message the other day. Apparently, they were all eating dinner and in silence, someone dropped an item of cutlery. I reckon it was you, Shania. Did you purposely throw that cutlery on the floor to create attention-seeking? That's all you are, my love. Attention-seeking. Everyone's sitting there quietly having a dinner and for a laugh at a holy retreat, Shania throws a knife onto the floor. Or possibly at someone and missed. I don't know. Terrible state of affairs, Shania. She said, if you were head of the Catholic Church in Bracknell, you would have a key to get in, like I have a key for my church. Oh, if you were important, you'd have a key for your church. Managing to keep quiet, are you? Hard, innit, love? Oh, dear. I'm glad I don't live with you. I can just imagine you coming back from a retreat and then having all those words and sentences stored up in your head as soon as you come in. Oh, my God, your poor dad. Your poor father. Dear me. Is that? I think you said that's once a year, that prayer. I've never been on a retreat. Never been on one. I think I'd like to go on one. Yeah, not somewhere where you've got to eat your dinner in silence, though. Do they do seconds? You know, once you've had your dinner. Is there any seconds? Or is that it? Is it like a bit sparse, like a piece of bread and, I don't know, a piece of cheese, like a ploughman's type thing? Or is it a proper full dinner, you know, with dead animals and vegetables on the plate? What is it? Shania. Stop it. Don't laugh. Don't let them see you laughing. Are there people around you? Or are you quietly in a room somewhere? You better not be watching this in church. Thank you, Shania. Evening to Jason's son. Good evening to you. All right, Jason, who's watching and listening to the show, thought you could cycle. Yeah, I can cycle. Not until tomorrow afternoon, though, because I've left my bleeding bike at church. My lovely electric bike. Very expensive, dear. Shocking. Evening to Paul and Lou joining us. Good evening, Paul and Lou. Mark Bowles has sent me a picture of the car. Oh, he's in Cyprus from Friday. Bitch, why didn't you tell me that? I could have booked a holiday in Cyprus. Maybe it's you I'm surprising. Maybe some of your mates have contacted me and said this is where he's going to be. Just imagine that. You'll open your hotel room door and there I'll be laying on the bed in a negligee. I want you to just close your eyes and picture that. Oh, I'm picturing it myself. Not a pleasant look, dear. Maybe I'm coming to Cyprus, Mark. Let's have a look at his car. I don't think I can show this. Oh, hang on. Where have you sent that, dear? Oh, hang on. No, I can see it now. Oh, it's a nice car. I mean, not quite the same sort of standard as our Roy. I don't know if Roy's with us tonight. Let me just try and say, hello, Marion. Marion's in Scotland. Hello, Marion. Oh, Marion, I've locked my bleeding bike in the church tonight. It was locked this afternoon, 2:00. It's stuck. Right, hang on a minute. Can I save this? Save image as okay. Mark's car. You wait till you see Mark's car. Yeah, I'd like to have like to be driven around in that. Thank you very much, Mark. 1 minute. 1 minute. It takes me it's really a long-winded thing to get a photo on the screen. Don't know if you're still there, Marion. Yeah, I've got my car locked in the church, unfortunately. There she is. Yeah, she is there. But I have texted Mary McNabb because I don't have any. I'll pop round to Father Danny, and of course he doesn't open the door once it's all over, does he? And so I'm going to pop back there tomorrow about 12 in the afternoon. I think Matt will be over then, won't it? I don't want to. Well, I mean, I'm right at the back, where the shop area is. Right, let's have a look at Mark's car. What do you reckon on this, eh? Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Hey, look. Nice blue car. Look at that. What is he? Is it topless? Like, I'm trying to see that. It's kind of the wrong way round, isn't it? And let me just try. I think it's roofless. Did he say it's a? Hang on a minute. It's a convertible. So. Does presumably the roof comes down? Does it? I'm not up with cars really. I just basically I rent a car. I don't know. You pay so much a month, and that's there we are. Marion. Oh, what funny you should say that, Marion. I've got to be very careful what I say now. But he was going in there. He was actually going in there. Yeah, and couldn't get in. That's what it was then. That's what it was. Do you know what? I've just remembered what he said to me now as he went up there. I need to get my lunch money. That is it. Actually, seriously, that is what he said to me as he went up. I said, "Wow, sorry, mate. It's got locked." It's sad, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Thank you, Mary. Oh, so does that mean I can't get? I'll ring. Donna will be there in the morning, won't she? I'll ring her in the morning. I'll give her a ring in the morning, Donna. Evening, Mr. Paul Adamson. He's having a lot of trouble at the moment with the NHS, Paul Adamson. Thanks, Marion. I've give her a ring tomorrow morning. Someone will answer, won't they? Oh, there's Maureen. Maureen bought me that beautiful orchid. Look at that. Stunning, that is. Evening, Maureen. Welcome along. Evening to Dean, texting in there. Thank you, Dean. George Bond says, why couldn't you use your electric scooter? Blimey. I mean, how far are you behind with the information, George? I can't believe you think I've still got an electric scooter. There can't be a single person here that thinks I've still got that electric scooter. I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to go there. You don't watch the show really, do you? You're in and out. I think Jason mentioned that, didn't you, Jason? You're in and out. You miss stuff. I've spoken about that so much. Dear me. Shania, she's on a walk to the Abbey ruins waiting for supper at 5 to 7. Let's see what makes me laugh today. Oh, okay. Thank you, Marion. Well, Marion's got a quiche. Marion, meet Shania. I can communicate the two of you together. Shania does a lot in churches on the Isle of Wight. She's 3 churches she belongs to. Lovely girl. And she's been with the show, my God, 12, 14 years now. She's been with us. And, yeah. Last time I saw her was it the day that your dad, I made your dad buy the teas at Corpus Christi and Wokenham? That was funny. Because I didn't have any change. So I made her dad buy the teas. He never let me down over that. Shania says, I had a break and went back to my parish for mass this morning. Oh, did you? Okay. Although I was very tired as I was awake at 4:30 for prayers. What time do you start prayers then? Gosh. Is that because you're on the retreat, I presume? Does everyone get up at... What time does this... So do you go to bed early or what? Wow. 4:30am for prayers. I suppose that does happen in convents and places like that and monasteries and that. People wake up very early to do that sort of thing, I would imagine. Yeah. Gosh. Evening to Sarah, Stu and Sarah. Is there 3 of you tonight then? It says Sarah, Stu and Sarah. Evening, Chris. I love the karaoke this week. Stu and I are both watching tonight, so welcome along. It's very different to the radio show. This, I just sit here and talk rubbish and various bits and pieces. Yeah, Mark knows where I'm going on holiday. That's right, he knows where I'm going on holiday. Remember, please don't say anything in the chat box if you know where I'm going, okay? Oh, hang on. Mark has now sent a picture of the roof as well. I think that's the first time a lad has sent me a picture of his roof. Let's have a look. Okay, I see it now, and it's fully down. Yeah, fully down for us to wave to the people. You know, as we go out on our honeymoon. Mark, lovely. I love it. Thank you, Mark. Where could we go? Actually, perhaps we could go to the Isle of Wight for our honeymoon. I haven't been there for years. It's Shania. Yeah, you could come as well. You know, for a little dinner outside. Be quite nice, wouldn't it, eh? Thank you. Paul and Lou, did we have a change on Friday to the charts? I couldn't make it. No, we didn't. We didn't have a change on Friday to the charts, okay? Patricia in Manchester, never mind your bike being locked in church. I once got locked inside a crematorium. Oh, I hope they turn the oven off. No, leave it on. Keep you nice and warm, love. I once got locked inside a crematorium after a funeral. I went looking for a loo and the staff hurriedly packed up and closed the place. The one member of staff who found me jumped out of his skin. He probably thought you was a ghost. Do you look like a ghost? There's a few people walking around Sainsbury's looking like ghosts the other day, to be honest. Anyway, she says it was a bank holiday weekend coming up and he said that I would have been there all weekend. You would be surprised where people get locked inside. Oh, my word. I remember getting locked inside the toilet when I was a little boy and Dad had to break down the door. I can hear him now. There's a button in front of you. You need to turn it. I can't get out. I can't get out. Isn't it funny how you laugh about things now that happens when you was little? You know, I mean, how many little... And this happened to me. How many little boys, I'm not going to be graphical, got it caught in the zip at home and your mum had to sort that... Oh, as soon as I was able to and buy my own clothes, I bought them with buttons so that it couldn't happen again. Very dangerous. All right. Big G's there in sunny Spain. Hello to you. He's going to dinner today and hitting the town. Hope all's well with you. Well, it was all well with you until you put up that picture of yourself in Speedos. Come on, mate. You're too old to wear Speedos. Why is it all the old fellas who are bald and fat wear Speedos? I don't. I know what I'd look like. dear me, my friend. No Speedos if you're over 20 years old. You wear what you like, I don't care. Oh, it's just the two of us, Stu and Sarah, sorry. George, here, oh my God, I can't believe these questions from George tonight. Are you going to Scotland? When's the last time you watched a show, George? To see your grandchildren. What grandchildren? Haven't got any grandchildren. Well, I have one. But unfortunately, that's how it is. Right, Mark. No, he won't. He can't get in there, mate. Right, let me just check my emails for you. Hello to Paul. Evening, Paul. Always sent me a little story there. Yeah, I don't think that's for the show, really, Paul, but thanks for sending it anyway. That's all politics, mate. You know we don't do that on this show. We don't do it. I'm not having people rowing away in there. We try and keep it fairly light-hearted and humorous if I can. All right, thank you very much. And Paul sent something else, which I'll have a little look at. I can't look at it while I'm doing this, all right. Thank you, Paul. That's all the messages. Can't read that, Mark. Mark started sending me the messages, you know, those sort of messages he sends. Right, once again, gang, if you're in the chat box, I can't come in and out of the chat box. It's just too busy there, okay? Please, if you can send a message to the show, use the text number 07451 287 337, or you can send an email, chris@chrisriordan.co.uk. Incidentally, Marion's in Scotland at the moment. Whereabouts are you there, my love? I don't know whereabouts you are in Scotland. I don't think you're near where my niece is in Lossiemouth, are you? Don't think you're there, are you? Alrighty. What have we got today then? A worrying people. You ain't going to believe this. A worrying thing old people are doing and ended up in hospitals. Be quite nice if I could find the story, couldn't it? There it is. Here we go. Crisis in the UK as number of pensioners hospitalised skyrockets. What are they doing to be hospitalised? And I hope none of the over 50s watching this channel now are doing this as well. Very bad for you. Bad enough if you're a youngster. Even worse, I would imagine, as you get older, because you can't do these things. The number of pensioners admitted has soared by a third in 2 years, with several aged in their 90s, and they are snorting cocaine. Now, I've always felt the thought of something going up your nose is bad enough. You know, when you're in having a flu, you've got something like COVID. You know that COVID thing where you got that cotton wool, but I can't stand it. Why people could get and put stuff up their nose is beyond me. Awful. Well, the pensioners are thanking Marion. No, not Marion's not doing it. No, she's just telling us she's in Girvan, South Ayrshire, and having a lovely time. You have a lovely time, Marion. Okay. Hospitals are seeing a surprising and worrying new trend. Does anyone know any old people who are doing this? No, not old, elderly. Does anyone know any elderly people? Oh yes, I remember now. I was doing a quiz night. About 8 years ago now in Islington in London. I was hosting a quiz night at the King's Head Theatre Bar, and this little old lady, she used to come in all the time. She would have been about 64, 65. She'd sit there with her glasses on, quite a nice lady. Have a little bit of a laugh with a little team of players. They came week in, week out. And then I used to go and have something to eat afterwards, because it wasn't a late finish there. I think the finish was about 10:30. It was either 10 or 10:30. And there was an Italian just down the road. And I used to say goodnight, pack up my things, put them in the car, then just walk along the road to this Italian restaurant. And I'd go in and they got to know me. Hello, sir. Like your usual, please. Yes, please. Which was spaghetti arrabetta or arrabbiata, I think it's called. Lovely meal. Nice and hot. Very spicy. Anyway, she said, well, where are you going now? I said, well, I'm just going down the road to the Italian. She said, I fancy something to eat, actually. Do you mind if I come with you? I said, no, that's all right. I said, I'll get you a dinner if you want. She said, oh, it's very nice. So this is no word of a joke. So we're sitting there, and we've ordered the dinner. She said, I'm just going to go down to the toilet. Oh, okay, love you. And I'm sitting there. I said, I'll save the table. She said, do you want some of this? And she got out this bloody cocaine. No, not really. I don't really do anything like that. Okay, then. She went down the toilet. It's absolutely bizarre. But she came out, she come back, and she was exactly the same as she was before. I thought it was supposed to do something to your head, make you happy or something. As you can see, I don't need to do anything to make me happy. Isn't it odd? There you go. Well, the pensioners are doing it. It says hospitals are seeing a surprising and worrying new trend. Elderly papers are turning up, not for bingo mishaps, like, I don't know, their back when they've bent over to pick up bingo to get up off the floor or something, but after snorting cocaine. Recent NHS data has showed that 723 pensioners were admitted between March 2023 and March 2024 for cocaine-related issues, including a handful in their 90s. I can't believe it. Many use the Class A drug to try and treat ailments that can't be fixed on the NHS. Now, I don't know what that means. So if you've got a pain, will that... Because I know some people, they smoke the wacky-backy stuff, don't they? It stinks, that stuff. Oh, all the kids do it round here. If you can go under an underpass. Oh, yeah, they've been under here tonight. Fortunately, I know most of them, so they leave me alone. You're right, boys. They're like this. They see someone coming. It's quite funny, really. They see someone coming, i.e. me, and they put it behind. It's all right, lads. It's only him. Which, to be honest, is what you want. You don't want trouble, do you know what I mean? Just get on with everyone. If only the world could be like that, don't you think? Just get on with... If they want to fine, carry on. I'm not bothered. It's not like they're little children. These are people in their 20s, 30s, whatever. Each and every one to their own, I suppose. I'm quite happy with a bag of cheese and onion crisps, as you know, or a Jaffa cake. I'm very happy with Jaffa cakes. Roy bought me in Jaffa cakes on Friday at the karaoke. Raspberry Jaffa cakes, and I have to say, very nice. I did save some to eat in front of you today so I could give my opinion. Unfortunately, they've all gone within half an hour of him giving them to me. But the thought was there. Okay? I still think the best Jaffa cakes I've ever had are the hot honey ones that Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning bought me in the other week. Absolutely delicious. One packet, not enough. Terrible, and I. But I'd rather that than shove stuff up my nose like some of these old dears, honestly. But they try and treat ailments. Now, I don't know how cocaine helps ailments. I have no idea. Does it take the pain away? Like I say, I have come across elderly people who smoke that stuff. I can't be near them because I can't bear the smell. But apparently it eases pains. Some people say it's better than taking drugs, which are, of course, made of chemicals and they go through your body. On the other hand, the smoke does go through your body as well because it goes into your lungs. And I don't think anything breathing in other than air, normal air, is good for your lungs, including vapes. And I think people sometimes, they make up their mind. Oh, no, vapes are so much better. They have convinced themselves there's nothing wrong with it, I mean, people convince themselves of everything, don't they? Compulsive liars are convinced that they're not lying. Have you come across those ones? Oh, yeah, you must have done. They have lied so much in their lives that they actually believe their own lies. I have come across those people. Seriously. And you know they're lying. You know they're lying. Whether or not you let them get away with it, that's up to you, you know. I'll let it go. I won't say anything. I'll let it go. Let it go. I'm a bit like that. I'll let it go. Let it go. And then later on, sometimes years, sometimes decades later, something happens and then, no, you're not getting away with it anymore. And I just cut them off. I cut people off. It's not necessarily the right thing, that. I do cut people off completely. Once I've had enough, that's it. Gone. There's generally no... It's very, very rare for me to go back once that... It says here, according to National Health Service statistics, those who sought medical help. Now, what do they mean? What, medical help from taking the cocaine? Why would you need medical help after that? I don't know. Maybe overdose? Those who sought medical help included 70 aged 75 to 79s, 28 in their 80s and 8 who were in their 90s, while 156 OAPs were treated for longer-lasting addictions. We don't think about this, do we? We always think of an addict. What is it again? Heroin? No, cocaine. You think of a cocaine person or a heroin person as being 30-ish, untidy, homeless. That's how we think of it, isn't it? Go on, be honest. You wouldn't think of a pensioner sitting at home, you know, injecting themselves, or you just wouldn't. I mean, even after that lady I told you about in the who produced this stuff in the restaurant, even after I never thought after that, oh, must be loads of old people, elderly people doing that. I never thought that. And then this story comes up years later. But I don't know what ailments they are trying to treat. It said, here we go. This bloke, drug addiction expert, says some older people experiment with cocaine because they have more disposable income. Yeah, but what do they not know that it's damaging people inside? Heart attacks is a cocaine thing. Oh, I know that. Now, being as I've DJ'd in clubs for years and years, I come across stuff all the time. Nothing surprises me anymore. 62 years old, I think I've seen it all, to be honest. Right? And I've had 3 of my friends, known people to do this stuff when they've been out, drop dead. Literally drop, no warning. They have a heart attack. And all 3 of them were on this stuff. Not old, not in their 60s, not even in their 50s. These are people in their 40s. One was walking in Brighton, just going about his daily business. He was on the older stuff as well. Right, going about his stuff. And I was told, of course I wasn't there at the time, I was told he was walking along doing his stuff. He got a massive pain in his chest. The ambulance come. Nope, gone. No warning. Another one happened to him at a bank machine. He was, pushing his buttons and doing this. Again, remember, this is all second-hand information. I wasn't there at the time. Pushing buttons on the machine and dropped down dead there and then. There was a third one. I can't remember the third one now. Third one. Oh, it was one doing steroids. Yeah, come on, boys. You don't need to do steroids in gyms. Seriously, very bad. And he went to sleep one night, never woke up. Apparently died due to enlarged heart caused by injections. Don't need to do that, lads. No, I'm not convinced the ladies like all these bleeding muscles out here anyway. I certainly don't. Don't need to do all these things. It says here, others may be using it as a way to cope with loneliness, bereavement, or the mental health challenges that come with ageing. Oh, well, we've all got those as we age, little mental health challenges, haven't we? So there we are. Surprising, really, isn't it? Very, very surprising. I never knew pensioners did that sort of thing there. All right, Dean says it's his birthday today. Is it really? Well, why did you say so, dear? You must tell me if it's your birthday and I'll sing to you. Now, let me get my happy birthday song out and I'll sing to you, Dean, as it's your birthday. One moment, please. And I'll do this. Okay. Do jingle, happy birthday. Oh, I can't find it now. Yeah, Dean, I'll sing to you and then you can go, all right? You have permission to leave. Here we go. Testing 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dean. Happy birthday to you. There you go. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dean. You can go now. Have you got a cake or something like that? Have you got a cake? Mark, I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Do you remember when he was on this morning and he swore? Oh dear. Okay. So that's that. Let me just do my emails for you. Okay. Paul, I think we've read that, haven't we, Paul? Thank you very much. He sent me the bits and pieces there. Thank you, Paul. What else have we got? Electric cars. Now, I know. Just a reminder, gang, if you're sending me a message, please use the text up there, 07451 287 337, or you can email chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. And I'll tell you what, we didn't have the phone line open last week, did we? We never got to it, really. Oh, is it 9 minutes to 7 already? Gosh. Where does the time go? So I'll open the phone line as well. That is working now, I think. And if you want to call in about anything while I'm chatting away, feel free to do so. Don't get too serious, though. Okay. No politics. We don't do politics, dear. There we go. Right. Phone line's open now. There you go. Call in if you want to. 020 8144 3477. It will only accept numbers. It won't work if you're withholding your number. Okay. And the BT phone message thing doesn't work either. Okay, I've blocked that as well because you just get silly with that. All right. Electric car. Want to save a fortune? Go second hand. I've been looking at second hand electric cars. They're so cheap in comparison with brand new ones. Honda do a nice little electric car, £41,000. As you know, I told you a little while ago, I don't buy a car. I pay so much a month, and I pay £285 a month. I pay for my car, which is fine. That's okay. You know, if I wanted that to be electric, £450, £500. I don't want to be paying £500 a month for a car. Crazy money. We don't need badges. We don't need I just need a reliable car that's hopefully not going to break down. So that's why I always buy Japanese cars. They are the most reliable cars, in my opinion. It was interesting, just before I go to the prices of some of these electric cars, there was a list in the Daily Mail, I think it was, the other day. And it was the most unreliable electric cars. And I think 2 or 3 of the positions out of the 10 were the VW ones. It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember the exact number now. The VW ones were considered unreliable. You know, what a change that is. Never used to be like that, did it? But here we are. If you ever fancy an electric car and you don't want to spend an absolute fortune on them, I know there's a lot of you fellas in there tonight who want desperate for an electric car. People like Roy, Jason, probably Gary Ross. They would love an electric car. I am sure of that. But they don't want to admit it. No, because they might think they're a little bit fairy-ish in front of their mates. Do you know what I mean? A little bit gay. We can't have electric. Can't have a bit gay. They are electric cars. You might think that, mightn't you, love? I understand that, but secretly, they all. I'm sure my brother-in-law absolutely would love an electric car. an EV. How about getting one on the cheap then? What about a Nissan Leaf? How much are they new? 35, 36, 37, something like that? You can get one here in Car Wow. Just did this before we came on today. Car Wow. It's done just over 6,004 miles. 2022, £12,400. I kid you not. £12,400 for an electric car what's done 6,000 miles. Oh, but what about the battery? Do you think they'd be selling these things if the battery only lasted 5 minutes? For God's sake, man, you're like the anti-vaxxers, some of you. Won't look at it because it's different to what you're used to. What is wrong with you? Nice BMW i3, perhaps? Like those? A bit too small for me, to be honest. My fat ass needs a bit of a larger car. But nevertheless, if you want one, 26,000 mile on the clock, this one. Automatic. They all are, the electric ones, I think. Okay. 2020, £14,000. But of course, you're paying for the badge there. Remember the badge. BMW. Don't need badges. How about an Audi e-tron? 38,000 miles on the clock. 2021, £18,000. What are they new? 60, 70 grand? Who's got? I want to know who these people who've got 70 grand to pay on to buy a car. 70 grand? Nice Vox. What about you, Mark Bowles? Are you tempted by the whole electric thing? I wonder. I think you probably are. I think you probably would have an electric car if it was a bit more affordable. The new ones are not affordable, are they? Unless you get one that does like 100 mile on a charge, one of those little Indian ones. I think that are coming out. I think it's Dacia. That's Dacia? D-A-C-I-A. How do you say that? Dacia. Is it Dacia? Dacia. I think they're bringing out a very small electric car. And it'd be like something like, I think, about 12,000 or something like that, I think it was. But only does about 120 mile on a charge. Well, that's no good to me, is it? How am I going to go up to the luxury waterside media centre, i.e. the rusty old caravan in Lincolnshire? Vauxhall Astra Electric. Last year, 2024, 10,500 mile on the clock, £18,000. You probably haven't got £18,000 in the bank, I know that. But you do the monthly thing, don't you? You get a loan type thing and what have you, wouldn't you? Hey? Talking of little electric cars, my friend Roy had one. And he had one years ago when they first kind of came out, the G-Whiz. Do we remember the G-Whiz? Anyone remember those? I don't think they were very expensive from what he was saying, but they were lead-acid batteries. They weren't these ones we got now, the lithium. They weren't lithium ones. They were lead-acid batteries. And they died, and it was really expensive to replace them, so he just got rid of it. A little G-Whiz car he had going around London. I think he said it was about 60 or 70 mile on a charge. What's that? I can't remember now. We'll do another couple here. What about a little smart car? Smart cars, they're quite nice. Are they Mercedes? I think smart cars are made by Mercedes. I might be wrong. Remember, I know nothing about car, but this one is a real bargain, right? 2020, so 5 years old, 6,001 miles on the clock, £8,300. And now that's affordable. You get a little bit of a loan out for something like that. It's small, only suit perhaps someone on their own or a couple. A small couple, you know what I mean. But, you know, there we go. Just a few electric cars. Oh, here we go. I was waiting for this one. That's the last one in the list here. A Fiat 500e. Now, of course, Roy My dear friend Roy, I get a lot of mentions tonight. I must stop now. Otherwise, but if I keep mentioning the same person all the time, people get upset. Ow! Oh, why do you keep mentioning him all the time? Oh, well, I'm just... Oh, well, it's not fair. You're not mentioning me. They get like that. They're like that for karaoke, you know. Oh, my word. If you have... When new people come in, right, I have a list of people. And as people come in, they go on the list. So early on in the evening, you know, you have your list up here. Name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, name 6. And it goes on 7, 8, 9, and it carries on. And you keep adding people to the end, right? After a certain amount of time, usually about an hour and a half, if more people are coming in, they don't go on the end of the list. They then go... in the list somewhere, because generally we've then started the list again. Okay? But new people come in, so obviously they've got to be slotted in somewhere rather than joining the end of the queue. Remember, all the other people have already sung, so you slot them in. There are certain people in there you don't dare or you don't like slotting them in before that person, because they come running out. Oh, it's me next, it's me next. Oh, he's taken my position. They're like that. Seriously, not all of them, some of them. Oh, take my position. I was next. So you try and put them in front of someone who is before that person who moans all the bleeding time. And I have to say, Vera and Roy and George are very good people to put someone before, because they understand. They accept, well, someone who's come in, they understand. Other people, they just don't get it. They come running up. I often think what would happen, you know, if I put one of the moaning people in the incorrect position earlier than what they are supposed to sing, would they moan then? Yes, it's a bit like that in the chat box. You start getting hate mail through. You know, oh, you mentioned Roy loads of times tonight. Why haven't you mentioned me? Yeah, anyway, Roy had one of these little G-Whiz cars, bless his heart. And Roy is also, of course, a big fan of Fiat 500s. He recently purchased a very old, rusty Fiat 500. I don't know if it was imported specially from Italy. And of course, while it was on the boat, it was actually got even more rusty because of the salt water coming all over it. And he'd done it all up. Oh, look, get little rubbing thing, little sand thing. You know, got the mask on so he don't get lung cancer with the bits of paint. Like that all the time. A little bit of paint, a little bit of lacquer on there. Yeah, he actually ran out of lacquer, so he had to borrow one of Posh Twink Carl's now varnish sets, and he put some of that lacquer on there. It looks lovely, like almost new, except for the noise as the fan goes round. I think this thing's going, dear. Such a noise that it comes. It comes up, down, just past there. You always know Roy's coming, you know, bang, and you look at, oh, it's his exhaust gone off. It's gone bang again, the exhaust. I think he's got one of those. He thinks he's still young, Roy. He's got one of them things on the back, so he's got, oh, please, go away. Go away with your noisy cars. But Roy would be very interested in this then. Roy would love an electric car. An electric Fiat 500e. 30... Bit more on the clock, this one. And in funnier, the Fiat has got much more miles than the bleeding Audi had, I read. 33,000 miles on the clock. 2021 was the year. I won't take 10,000. I won't take 9,500. I won't take 9,000, 8,900, 8,700, 600. Give me 8,500 for a Fiat 500e automatic electric car 2021 with 33,521 miles on the clock. Thank you very much. There you go. Happy days. I wouldn't be surprised if I look at my text message. Could you send me the details for that, please, Roy? He'll probably be asking me for the details for that. He's looking at electric bikes at the moment as well, I gather. Harley Davidson electric bikes. Fantastic. Plug them in, charge them up, off you go. None of this. I've got to clean the little bits in there. I've got to clean everything today. These blokes on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, God, do me a favour. Got all their bikes out there, polished them, like there's no tomorrow, when they can be sitting in a little studio doing a radio show, becoming popular like me. Why would you do that? Buffing up the old chrome they are on there. And they take these bits, like my brother-in-law does it, takes these bits off and looking at them carefully. Oh! You just plug them in. That's it. I hope my suggestions of electric car has been useful, especially to the fellas on here. Roy, Jason, Gary Ross. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Actually, there we are. Well, I can't think of anyone else who might be interested in that, in the electric car side of things. All right. No, Mark is not interested in a car, apparently, in an electric car. Oh, really? Gosh. Oh, I thought you'd be quite open to new things like that. Thank you, Mark. All right. Okay, boys and girls, let's have a look here. I find this a bit strange. Babies could be born without biological mothers. I find all this a little bit Frankenstein. I believe that they can already do it without fathers. Well, now they can do it without mothers as well. It's all very, very strange indeed. All very, very... Oh, we've got an emergency message in from Sean Riches. Good evening to Sean, who lets us know that the Ipswich White House branch of McDonald's, the McFlurry machine, is now working, and he's currently sat in his van listening to you while eating a Jaffa Cake McFlurry. Not quite nice as the ones in Lossiemouth. The McDonald's ones are not quite nice, but to be honest, they're not far off, okay? Now, there's an idea. Next time I'm at the karaoke, because there's a McDonald's just down the road, Vera. Roy. Anyone else who comes to the karaoke you might be watching tonight. You could pop in there and bring me a McFlurry ice cream. Happy days. That's how you jump the queue at karaoke. Money? Nope. Telling me sad stories? Can I sing next, please? My train is going in 10 minutes. No, you can't. Please, can I sing my song next? It's for my very sick mum, and she's only got 5 minutes left to live, and I've got to get the train, and if I don't, sorry, you've got to join the queue. Oh, hi, Chris. Here's a Jaffa Cake ice cream for you. Yeah, when do you want to sing? Now? Or 10 minutes? Up to you. Just let me know. Do you want to go on now? No problem. That's how you jump the queue at karaoke nights. You bring the DJ ice creams. Thank you very much. And you tell some of those people at church, Marion, that's how they get decent request hymns. Bring the organist presents into the church. Sweets, cheese and onion crisps, apple pies. Might want to have a word with Dorothy on that one. And then she can have all the hymns that she wants. None of the rubbish ones, which have been... Oh, it's a bit rubbish today. Oh, really, was it? That's what we need, a little bit more of, bribery. We need a bit more bribery. Oh, dear, we are naughty today. Anyway, very much looking forward to receiving... some ice creams next time I'm there. Thank you very much, Vera. Let me thank you in advance, Vera. And can you talk to each other? Because I don't really want two. That's just being piggish. If we could, can we have two? I don't really want two. So if you could talk to each other and decide, perhaps you buy one that week when I return to Central Station on Friday the 24th. Or maybe, because you both come on Friday. Vera, perhaps you could come on Friday and... hang on. Saturday the 25th of October, Reach FM DJs at karaoke. Oh, that's all right. We'll get one of them to buy one. Yeah. Ross Patzel to buy me one or something like that, wouldn't it, Okay, like I said, the phone line's open. If you want to call in, do it in the next 2 minutes, because after that, I will close it again, and you're too late. 020-8144-3477. Down there. There it is, there. Okay, that's the phone number. And if you want to call in about anything we've been talking about or anything else, feel free. Okay. No politics. We don't do politics. Thank you, Marion. I will let Ray know that's how he can get his song request. Ray, he is the oldest altar server in the entire world, and he's a lovely man. He's so nice. He comes up to me today. He said, any chance of some Elton John? So I did actually play a little bit before we started. I mean, like 10:15. There was hardly anyone in there, so that's okay. But yeah, last time he did that, it was like the night before. Well, all the hymns are chosen a week before, if not earlier. Funnily enough, I just printed off the next time. When am I next? 26th of October, is it? No, 2nd of November. Here you are. So this is how I do it, Marion. Look, see that list there? So that's the list I've got to choose from, because they all kind of match up with the readings. You know what I mean anyway, see? There we go. So that's, you see how earlier, and then the next time after that I'm on then, which is 23rd of November. See, look how far ahead I am. Got to be organised, unlike this room. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, here's the story here. Babies could soon be born without biological mothers, as scientists have come up with a way to create human eggs from skin cells. How are you feeling about this? The technique opens a possibility for DNA from a man's skin cells being placed inside a donor egg before being fertilised by another man. So no women at all. In theory, this could allow two men to have a baby, and they've been going on about that for years, haven't they? Oh, I don't know. I just think a child should have a mother and a father. Really, of course, that doesn't always happen because they split up, or one doesn't want to know the other, and it's all very sad. I was very lucky. I had a mother and my best mother and father in the world, and all my great nieces and nephews have my niece and nephews as their parents and their other halves, and everyone's together. But this is just, it's just a stage too far, isn't it? But you know what? I don't suppose we'll ever be able to stop it, because somewhere in the world someone was, we can do that now. The breakthrough could also help women experiencing problems with their eggs to have their own genetic children. While further research is needed to ensure safety and efficacy before clinical trials can go ahead, experts have described the news as a major advance. A major advance? Marion says no fun. Stop it! Stop it! Very, very surprised at you, Marion. Very, very surprised. What do you reckon on that? Has anyone got any comment on that at all, I wonder? Paul's written here about the drug story we did earlier. I knew a bus driver from Lincolnshire, and he was off his face every weekend and drinking drugs, but there was no proper test. So it must have been some time ago. I think they test them all now, don't they? Train drivers, and I know they test pilots, don't they? Pilots and ship people. Ship people. What are they? Sailors? Captains? Driving. Do you call it driving the boat? What do you call that? Driving a boat? As in a ship? Do you drive a ship? What do you say? I can't think what the word is now. You fly a plane, you drive a train, you drive a car, you drive a bus, a boat. Do you drive a boat? Or is it skipper a boat? I don't know. Anyway, Paul says, I knew a bus driver from Lincolnshire. He was off his face every weekend, drinking drugs. There was no proper test. But on the way home from the depot, he was stopped by the police. He was a driver for 15 years, lost everything, and banned for 4 years and a fine of £1,500 and 8 points. He was 45. Gosh. You see, when you have a job like that and you take that risk, you really are risking everything, aren't you? I mean, when I'm driving through certain areas of London, Shepherd's Bush is one of them. Horrible place. And, you'd struggle to be able to afford to buy a flat there, let alone a house. Very expensive places, but the places are dump. I mean, it's awful. And you drive around this bit of green, and when the sun comes out, well, you can't see the green for the people on this tiny bit of green. It's the only bit of green they got in Shepherd's Bush, I'm sure. And they all pile onto this. It's just a giant roundabout. You're breathing in all these fumes while trying to get the couple of rays of sun hidden by the trees. And you feel high after you've gone round there because of all the smoke. You can smell it as you go round. No one's doing anything about it. No police. They just let them get on with it. Whatever. Is it you? Do you pilot a boat? Do you? Or sail a ship? Thank you, Sean. You sail a ship. Thank you very much. You sail a ship. Yeah, that sounded about right. Or you steer a ship. That's what steering a ship. There you go. Steering a ship. I wish my mate was a little bit better at steering his car. He don't pay full attention. He keeps looking at, he's got electric car and the screen. Well, it's not just electric cars. That we've all got screens in the middle now, haven't we? Now, on my car, and this was one thing I looked at for my air warm and cold thing, for the air heater thing. Well, they're buttons, proper buttons, and you can just glance down and then hold the button and then you're back on the road again. With a lot of the new cars, everything is on the screen. Touch, and they're like this, and then suddenly there's a car in front of you with its brake lights on. And often my mate is driving along like that, and he starts playing with a bloody radio, and then you can see the cars moving towards the left. Ronnie, hate it. Jason's son, hello Jason. Jason says, I don't care how babies are born, as long as when they grow up they could accept the truth of difference between themselves and others. Jason comes out with some really good stuff. I've been watching your Facebook posts. Very, very loving stuff. Kind. You're a very kind person, aren't you? I can tell kind people. My sister is very kind. She's a very kind person. Thank you, Jason. George says that you sail a boat. Thank you, George. Yeah, you're quite right there. You sail a boat. All right, what else have we got here today? We were talking about the pensioners on the cocaine and all that stuff earlier. I mean, I still can't believe there's so many of them. We don't do. When I say we don't do politics, remember there are jokes as well. We can do jokes. I blame the whole cocaine issue on pensioners, on the Conservatives, due to the triple lock pension. Jeez, some of these pensioners have got so much money. Honestly, they're sitting and they bring it all to church in bags so no one else can nick it off them. It's all down to the triple lock pension. Don't you worry. Rachel from accounts is going to sort that all out soon. She's coming for your money, mate, in November. If you've got anything in the pension, we might as well take it out now and put it under the bed. Well, otherwise she'll have it all. And if you don't have it, you know, when you're a pensioner, she's going to have it all when you're dead. No more passing on money to anyone. Isn't it outrageous when you think about it? Hey? All that work, you know, you wait and you save. Put it in the bank, like they tell us all. Put it in the bank, and then you die. All right, well, have 40% of that, please, or whatever it is. Better is... And I'm starting to believe you're better off putting it under the mattress and not telling anyone about it, or somewhere like that, you know, bury it in the garden along with your dead pets. Do try, incidentally, if you do bury a pet in your garden, try and remember where it is. You know, it's no fun, little 2 or 3 years' time, you know. Oh, let's put some bulbs in the garden, and a little eyeball comes up from a dead dog or something like that. Not good. Not good. Right. Let me have a look here. Yeah. Smuggling. Smuggling, boys and girls. We're talking about the cocaine. Smugglers. Now, I've mentioned this so many times before. I love watching things on the telly. They're usually on Channel 5 or YouTube. Border Patrol. Border Force. Australia, Heathrow, various other countries. And they film the people on the security things at airports. There's nothing I like better than watching these people get caught. I love it. And they're really thick people as well. They think they are the first persons or people to hide something illegal in the bottom of their shoes in a false suitcase. You know, swallowed it down their throat in a little bit of plastic or a condom. Oh, God, no. And they swallow this stuff, don't they? They shove it up themselves. Oh, I'm never going to get caught. Yes, you do. And when we're watching the telly, we love it. We love it. Like a rabbit in headlights, aren't they? And they come through there. In Australia, they're very big on not bringing in illegal meats and foods. Well, they probably are everywhere. But it seems particularly important to the Australians. They don't want someone bringing in something which has been infected, perhaps with some sort of insect that they don't have in that country, and it can devastate crops. So when you come in Australia, they have it's almost like 2 security things from what I remember. It's a good long time since I've been there. I just remember being 2 security. So you got your passport bit, the normal bit there, and then another bit where you kind of... You know when you go away and your bags go through somewhere? Well, when you get out in Australia and you've got your bags, they then go through a security thing and like a camera, X-ray machine, and they're looking inside her. And I was standing in the queue once, and his little dog's going around. He sat next to me. I thought, oh my God, why has he sat down? Hello, sir, have you got any fruit in the bag? I said, no, I haven't. He said, did you have any in earlier? I said, yeah, I had an apple in there. They collected it from me on the plane. Ah, okay, sir, I'll open the bag. No, that's fine, sir, that's okay. Thank you very much. And they're very thin on apples and things like that. And when they get caught, it seems to be a thing with, in Australia, Chinese people try to bring in a fish and meat, and they get to the counter. Have you got anything in here? Oh, any food in here? No, nothing in there, nothing in there. And then they pretend that they can't understand. Well, maybe they can't, I don't know. Right, are you sure? As you can see here on the card that you filled in, you've ticked the box that says no food. Yeah. Okay, could you open your bag? Where's I open the bag? And I move a couple of items of clothes, and there you go. A plastic bag of dead fish or something. Right, what's this? Oh, it's fish. Right. You've told me that you've ticked no food there. Oh, is it food? I love it when I get caught. Don't do it then. Why would you want to go to another country and risk all that trouble and fines and maybe prison? Certainly not. Some countries, that's it, mate. You don't get a second chance. In the prison you go. Bye. And not prisons like ours either. Nasty places. Full of butch men. I might just smuggle it myself. No, you know what I mean. Full of horrible people, murderers and things like that. Why would you want to risk that? We always see people in the papers, don't we? Usually, I don't know, for some reason, these so-called influencers, and you know them, the fake lips, all this Botox and all, and they're only about 25, 30 years old, some of these girls. They've had the enhancements done and all that business. And they go to Thailand, Dubai, wherever, and they try and smuggle in drugs. And they get caught and thrown in prison. Oh, please, government, help me. Well, you did it. No one asked you. Well, maybe someone did ask you. Offered them, and they tempted by the money. How foolish you are. How foolish you are to take that risk. I would imagine it's bad enough being caught here. To go to another country... Terrible. There was a girl last week in the paper, I seem to remember. I didn't pick up the story. Craziness. But here we are. There's something else. Evening, Debbie. Debbie's here. She couldn't make it this morning. One of the choir members decided to go on holiday, didn't she? To Greece. So we were down one member at the 8:30. It was noted. Hardly anyone there this morning, love. The choir, 8 o'clock I get there on for the early mass. 25 past 8 they're arriving, that 8:30 lot. I'm going to have words. Perhaps they just don't like me, I don't know. Debs is in the house. Debs has landed. She's back. Welcome along, Debs. Looking forward to receiving a gift from you next... no, I'm not there next week. I'm at a secret, undisclosed location overseas next week. Don't put it in the box where I'm going, because I think you know, Debs. Anyway, let's go back to this story here. Hang on, let me just check messages. Here we go. Jason. Jason says, I'm very kind. Oh, I don't know about that, love. Don't know about that. Thank you, Jason. Mark Bowles... I can't read these now. Can you send me something I can read out, Mark? Oh dear. Have you got a girlfriend yet? Are you still deciding whether you want me or not? You've been like Toy Boy. 38, aren't you? Is it 38 you are, or 37? One of those two, isn't it? I forgot what I was doing now. Hang on. What was it? Hang on. If I click on everything, I'll eventually come to it. There it is. There we go. Right. So the crooks are making more money now smuggling something other than cocaine. And it is, are you ready for this? Woodlice. Can you even believe it? They are smuggling woodlice into the horrible things. Oh, little grey things with all those legs. I don't think it's natural to have so many legs, do you? I really don't. Funnily enough, my neighbour, lovely man, not the one next to me, the one next to him, he ain't very well. He had some sort of disease on his legs that he's been battling now for years. At one point, he thought he was going to have his leg chopped off, but he convinced the hospital to try other things, and they kind of did, and it worked to a point. But he went from and I'm sure some of you have seen this many, many times, from a perfectly fit man. He used to be traffic cop on the M25, you know, so not nicking people, you know, when you break down, helping them along their way, parking behind them and little flashing lights and all that business. I think that's what he did. It was perfectly fair. And then he got this illness, and he doesn't work anymore, and he's like bent right over now, bless his heart. He's such a nice man. He's got a son and a lovely wife as well. Anyway, I think they're struggling a little bit for money, and their wooden thing that they've got over the front door fell off. Oh, well, it was falling off, and I noticed this, and I said to my lovely neighbour next door, Dave, I've got fantastic neighbours here. You couldn't want for better neighbours. I said to him, that's falling down, that is. I said, I think you're going to have to say something to him to maybe get it cut, take it down before it falls on someone's head. And then a couple of weeks later, it was down. Anyway, it waited there on the floor for a few weeks. And then, remember, I got a new microwave last week. Very simple operated microphone, just 2 dials, very easy to work. And so I wanted to take the other one down the dump. So I said to him, I'll take it with me. I can take your wood if you want. He said, oh yeah, if you would please, Chris. So I put one bit in the bag. It was in 2 bits. One main bit, which was very large, but wasn't too heavy, to be honest. Put that in the car. When I picked up the other plank on its own, it was badly deteriorated, falling apart. And I thought, I bet there's something in this. And I banged it on the floor. Oh my God, the amount of insects that came out of that was unbelievable. And a lot of evil woodlice. Do they climb in ears and things like that? Don't like that. These woodlice. So you bang them on the floor. And I thought, I ain't putting that in the car. So I actually broke that in half and put it in my own bin. But they're smuggling woodlice in. I kid you not. Look at this. It says here, smugglers are making a fortune trafficking the latest weird pet obsession, which is woodlice. This is in the Sun. Of course, we've all heard about snakes. Can someone explain, why would you want to keep a snake? Why? Horrible slivery thing with the little lines. Lines are now closed. I told you to call in. Lines are closed. Too late now. Thank you. Snakes. Nasty little tongue. Sticker. Like that. And them other ones, what come up in with the flat heads. Rattling away. Horrible things, snakes. And tarantulas. Why does anyone want to keep a tarantula? That being said, I've got another spider has taken up residence on one of my windows. A little house spider it is. I leave it. I talk to it. Is that a bit mad? I talk to the spider. But they've only got 8 legs. These things have got hundreds of legs, haven't they? Like centipedes. Not quite as long as centipede. Although if you put lots of them together, they would look like a centipede, I'm sure. They buy exotic variants of woodlice from countries such as Vietnam and Thailand to send to growing numbers of British fans. Now, Roy, you've been to Thailand, haven't you? Have you seen... Do they have, like... I would imagine they would be big woodlice. Like big. If so, how big? Big as my mobile phone? iPhone 13. Very old. Is it as big as one of those? Giant wood... I mean, the big ones are... Mind you, if we had big woodlice, at least they wouldn't be able to crawl in your ears while you're laying in the garden sunbathing, would you? That would be okay, wouldn't it? They are isopods. The isopods, which come in many colours and have species nicknames such as rubber ducky and panda king, can sell for £50 each. 50 quid for a woodlice! Come on! Get out there and collect some. Start selling them. The dealers around here will be doing those next.
Okay, here's Reach on Air.
Alexa, stop. So, did she do that last week? She did that last week. Is it that you want to be involved in the show, my love? My Amazon device is speaking. Don't you worry about that, Marion. I had a spider living with me in the toilet. Not actually in the toilet, near to the toilet. And he was there for about 4 months. And then one day I came round and he shriveled up in the middle of his web. Very disappointing. I never bothered him. It got to the point where it never used to run away when I came in to use the toilet. I did wonder sometimes while I was sitting there, though. Is it watching? No, I've got a new one now. It's in a different area. It's not in the toilet. Little house spider, like I say. I can't be dealing with the black bulbous ones, though. The ones with the skull and crossbones on their back. No, I'm sorry. The Hoover comes out for those ones. It's very worrying. Oh, it's your granddaughter, is it, Marion? I did wonder. Anyway, back to these isopods then. When buying and selling the woodlice in the UK, it is legal. Non-native and endangered species are often sourced unethically from abroad, and we've seen this over the years, and it's all very sad, like with the budgerigars and parrots, tortoises, where they don't really care about the wildlife, the welfare of the animal. They just cram as many as they can into a box, seal it up and shove it on a plane. You're lucky to get 2 out of the 100 still alive. It's horrible, really, that little lives, whether they're human or animals, are treated in such a throwaway manner. I don't like it. It says unscrupulous traders are shipping them into the country using plain packaging to evade export and import fees and customs and import checks, the Sun has learned. Well, don't all that stuff go for an X-ray machine? Don't all parcels that come in go through some sort of X-ray machine? I thought that's what happened. I've ordered stuff from abroad before and then won't be able to get an email from customs or something like that telling them that you've got to pay this amount of money. An insider said trading these insects is incredibly lucrative. There are people in these groups who have told me that they used to sell cocaine, but now they trade isopods because they make more money and are way less risk. Yeah, I suppose so, because if you're bringing them in legally, then it's legal. You can't, I would imagine, you can't bring cocaine into the country legally by any method. I don't know. There are people that have bribed flight attendants to courier them into the country. They are smuggled like drugs, it says here. Legitimate sellers are calling for action on smuggling and a ban on selling isopods caught in the wild. Now, is anyone here tempted at all? To have maybe it was a gay isopod, she says. Oh, dear. Anyone tempted at all by owning I could possibly dig 1 or 2 of them up for the garden now. Usually if I lift a plant pot, there's a family of about 10 million living underneath there, along with the worms. Anyone interested in a couple of woodlice? I'll tell you what, they're selling at £50 each. I'm going to give you 2 for 50 quid. Anyone interested? Mark, stop it! Mark is still undecided. I'm not going to wait forever, Mark. Someone else will come along eventually. You've got rid of the girlfriend at last. Time to try something new, my friend. Proper cooking. That's what you want. None of these girls can cook like your mother, can they? Come on, you know that. I can. Now, I am vegetarian, as you know, but if you want to have a piece of beef on a Sunday afternoon, very happy to go out and get it. I might wear rubber gloves, so I don't have to touch dead animals. They were very pleased at the church today. I took in 2 bags of chocolate eclairs that George at the karaoke had given me. They put me in. Oh my God, the kids, they were flying over to this bowl. Blimey, I've never seen so many sweets disappear so quickly. All right. We'll do one more story then I'll disappear. Oh, I wanted to show you. I've got a little film from a couple of weeks ago, gang. You remember when I was up in Lincolnshire? My nephew and his missus and their little tribe, great nephew Harry, great niece Evie, who's got a boyfriend now called Jaden. Don't worry, I've checked him out. He looks decent. Same age as her, 13. Apparently, he was texting her. She was a bit late for school the other day. Excuse me, I've got itchy ear. I've got swimmer's ear. She was running late for school. My nephew's wife told me. She got this text from the boyfriend, Jaden. You better be in school today because I'm waiting to see you. Oh, isn't that nice? I believe it's reciprocal. They quite like each other. It's first love. Remember that? Remember your first love? I'm probably Mark Bowles' first gay love, I reckon. Or maybe not. Oh well. You know what these straight boys are like. They're full of it, aren't they? Full of it, dear. Anyway, so she's got a boyfriend. And, of course, Baby Charlie, who we all love very much. Baby Charlie. Although Baby Charlie, he's just grown out of the chipmunk stage. He had the most beautiful little cheeks, just like a chipmunk he was. He looked like the Disney chipmunks. He had cheeks like that. They've kind of gone into the correct shape now, which is a bit disappointing. And he's always so happy, Baby Charlie. I love him. Love them all. I love them all. Got so many great nieces. And I'm blessed to have so many children, which, of course, gay people don't really have. So we latch on to our brothers and sisters' children, and now their children as well. I can't believe I've got a 13-year-old great niece. Unbelievable. Anyway, so they got me a trip. I thought it was a trip on a steam. We didn't tell until we got there. I saw the site. I said, "Is it a trip on a steam train?" And we got there anyway. Went to go on the steam train. They said, "Oh, you're not sitting in there." Where am I sitting? In the engine. So I did do another film that we didn't get to last week. Now, because it's like 2 weeks old, I can't remember if I was talking in bits of it or not. So I'll just play you the film without talking over it while it's playing out, and you can have a watch. So have a little look at this. When you see the furnace where all the coal's being shoveled into, I cannot tell you how hot that was. My word. I mean, it puts you off wanting to be cremated. They open this thing, the heat that comes out of this thing. Anyway, do have a little look at this. This was our train journey in Lincolnshire. It's only a couple of minutes long, all right? Not for me. Just carry on. Do what you usually do. I'm in the engine. Me and my mate here.
Yeah, there's someone's phone running there now as well. Oh, brilliant.
And there we all are. Evie next to me there, Harry. Baby Charlie, there he is. No, is that Baby Charlie? It doesn't look like Baby Charlie. There's Baby Charlie. There's me and the three of them there. I don't know what that is on my mouth there. That must have been eating. I think that's a cake there or something. I've done that before. I've done this, sometimes I'll check back on this thing just for quality purposes to check that everything looked all right. Otherwise, I change it. And I noticed I've got something on my lip. No one ever tells you you've got something on there, do they? And it was a really great time. A really, really great time there. Mark says, no, oh, Mark's a vegetarian as well. Fantastic news. There we go. All you got to do now is come along to the church. Can I interest you in that? I could sit you with Marion, actually, or Dorothy. She does apple pies. I haven't got one out of her yet. She goes, when I'm sitting there with Father Danny having a very, very serious discussion with Father Danny about whatever, she'll appear at the door with another apple pie. She brings them every week. I have yet to receive one, and I keep asking, oh, any chance of one of those apples? No, it's not for you. She's lovely, Dorothy. I can sit you with Dorothy and Marion there. Tell you when to stand up, sit down, kneel down. In fact, Marion, do you do the what is it when you pair up with someone to bring them in to the whole church thing? I can't remember what that's called. There's a word for that, isn't there? Yeah, I think that'd be great, Mark. Yeah. Obviously, we won't be able to be married in a Catholic church, although I know people who would do it secretly. Mark, he didn't talk a lot, to be honest. The lad with the glasses on. I tried to have a conversation with him about the train, but it tended to be yes and no. You're quite right. You're absolutely right with that. Someone's texted it. I don't know who you are because you put your name in there, but apparently they put woodlice in snake and lizard cages as they eat their poop, so you don't have to clean them out as much. I don't suppose you can tell one log from another. Oh, how awful. Not liking the sound of that, really. I don't think I'll be purchasing any woodlice, to be honest. All right. What's the time? 1:45. I wanted to do this one about Britain's best comedy programmes. I'm sure you've got a favourite. Mine, I think my favourite comedy of all time has got to be Dad's Army, really. I know it's old school now. It's very old, so it still makes me laugh. It's clean, there's no swearing, there's no bonking. I love Dad's Army. Are You Being Served? Keeping Up Appearances, Butterflies, and Mother Makes Three, Doctor in the House. All great comedies. I'm afraid none of the comedies I like are out now. I find it very difficult to find something to laugh at on the telly. Fortunately, we still have some decent drama on the telly, like All Creatures Great and Small. I quite like Star Trek, the new generation, the new one, Strange New Worlds, that one of my very close friends has allowed me to watch on his equipment, so to speak. Casualty, I still like Casualty. I still miss Holby City. I used to like that. Accused, that's on Netflix. Very, very good. Accused, okay, that's really good. Accused. I'm just into the second series of that now. Still like Downton Abbey, Merlin, but comedy. We're talking situation comedies. What are your favourites? They got a top 100 here. Now, I don't think I'd go down to read out the entire top 100, but there are some here that I really enjoyed. Right down the bottom here, and it's a shame it's down the bottom, but I'm guessing it's down the bottom because it's so old, and a lot of the people who would have liked this have since passed away. Do you remember Wendy Craig and Mother Makes Three and Mother Makes Five? Remember those? Hello, Liam. Anyone remember those? Very similar to Butterflies it was, actually, and Mother Makes Three and Mother Makes Five. She turned up on Casualty a few years ago. Is she still around, Wendy Craig? I think she is. Hang on, Wendy Craig. Yes, she is. 91 years old now. She's 91, Wendy Craig. Such a lovely lady. So there's her. That's at number 96 in the top 100. There's a lot here that I don't know. To be honest, there's the Doctor ones: Doctor in the House, Doctor at Large, Doctor in Charge, Doctor at Sea, Doctor on the Go, Doctor at the Top. They're at number 79. Again, quite old now. 1969 through to 1977, and then there was a Doctor at the Top in 1991 that I don't remember there. Anyone else want to tell me about your favourite ones? Text them over there, okay? 07451 287 337, or you can email your favourite comedy things, okay? Your favourite situation comedies. That's where, like, you know, we're in a sort of whatever department store, house, or something like that, you know. Sorry, you remember that? With our little Robert, Mr. Corbett. Number 77. Yeah. Other ones, Terry and June, used to love that. Number 73. Top 100 situation comedies. Man About the House. That was a good one. Number 69. Love Thy Neighbour, number 68. I actually went to London Weekend Television to see that. Very good. Bless This House, Sid James. Thames Television, wasn't it? 1971 to 1976. That gets to number 67 in the charts. Please, Sir. Remember that? That was a good one. All About a School. Very old. 1968 to 1972. Look at that. Sykes. Who remembers Sykes? The Liver Birds. George and Mildred on the Buses. That's not too high. Not as high as I thought. Number 53. 1969 to 1973, that one. It Ain't Our Fault, Mum. That score's a bit better. Number 46. 1974 to 1981. Very, very funny. in my opinion, completely inoffensive. If you want to look at it and be offended, that's up to you. There was no malice in that at all. It was just funny. Heidi High, number 40. Oh, I remember first seeing that when that first came out. It reminded me of being at Pontins, because we did a lot of Pontins holidays in the 1970s. Heidi High with Ruth Maddock and the rest of the cast there. Very funny. That got to number 40. There's the other Wendy Craig one, Butterflies, number 33. That was actually on BBC Two. Where's all these are there any situation comedies on the telly now? I don't think there is there? Unless you know otherwise. Maybe you know otherwise. It's just all rubbish, blooming reality shows. Just so terrible. They've got that Traitors one on now, haven't they? Now, I know it's popular, does well in the ratings, but it's just horrible. That you've got to fool people to win. Have to drop people in it to win the game. They say, oh, it's just a game. I just think it's horrible. Reality telly, Big Brother, awful. The Only Way is Essex, awful. X Factor, awful. I don't like any of it. Is it because I'm older? Do you love watching the telly and people are screaming and shouting at each other and just bonking? That's all. That's basically all it is. A lot of this telly now. Thank God we got Channel 5 and stuff like the vet thing I mentioned earlier. I can never remember the name of it now. That one. Not It Shouldn't Happen to a Vet. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. You know the one. One Foot in the Grave. Thank you, Marion. George and Mildred. Thank you, Liam. Excellent. What else have we got here? Let's scroll up. Whatever happened to the Likely Lads? You see, I'm choosing all the ones here from when I was a child. Likely Lads, they're at number 23. The Office, that was quite sort of reasonably later, wasn't it? And that's at number 25. Ricky Gervais, I think it was. Great comedian. To the Manor Born. Wonderful. Number 21. Great programme. Are You Being Served is at 20. The Royal Family at 19. Red Dwarf? Nah, not for me. Number 18. Absolutely Fabulous. Number 17. She was funny. Men Behaving Badly. Never saw that. Number 16 in the charts. Steptoe and Son. Number 15. Last of the Summer Wine. Oh, how we used to love that on a Sunday night. My mum and dad, and I would be watching that. 1973 to 2003. Gosh, that was on a long time, wasn't it? Hello, Hello. Number 13. We lost, of course, the lovely Patricia Routledge. Was it last week or the week before? Keeping Up Appearances. Number 12. 1990 to 1995. Number 11. Father Ted. Number 10, One Foot in the Grave. Number 9, The Good Life. Again, an excellent thing. The old captions at the beginning was that egg and the bird flying around it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Open All Hours, number 8. The great Ronnie Barker. Porridge Again, Ronnie Barker. Number 7. Yes, Prime Minister and Yes, Minister. Never really watched those. They're at number 6. 40 Towers. Number 5. My favourite, Dad's Army, is number 4. 1968 to 1977. The Vicar of Dibley we liked very much. In actual fact, we've had Debs. It was Debs. He wants to do... she wants to do the Lord is My Shepherd, but to the Vicar of Dibley tune, which is possible, I think. It's just not in the book. Be quite nice to do that. Blackadder, didn't really like that. That is at number 2. And number 1, they reckon the top 100 sitcoms. Number 1, Only Fools and Horses. A great favourite of my dad's, that one. Great favourite of my dad's. George says he likes Opening All Hours. Patricia in Manchester, mentioning Steptoe and Son and George and Mildred. She loved the steam train video there. Thank you very much. And Vera, from Vera's Choice in the Morning. Terry and June and Man About the House is being repeated at the moment. And You Rang My Lord. Yes, I watched that. That was with the cast from Are You Being Served, wasn't it? You Rang My Lord. I think that's the one, and it didn't really do it for me, I'm afraid. It kind of didn't work for me. There we are. There we are. 6. Have we got stuck there somehow? I've got a number 6 reading there. Is there messages stuck? There we go. There's one from Jason there. The Carry On series. Excellent, Jason. Rising Damp. Thank you very much. He's never watched Traitors. He said it's nothing to do with your age, Chris. Dinner Ladies. There you go. Dinner Ladies. That's a good one. Dinner Ladies. We like that very much. Let's have a look. Any more on the email? No more on email. Oh, hang on. Let me check. So I should check spam, because sometimes... Why is it sometimes emails come from spam? Oh, there's another dodgy one here. DPD, your parcel is on hold. Please call this number. Never answer that. That's always lying. That's always lying, that. All right. Okie doke now. Maureen, Duty Free. Didn't see that one, Maureen, Duty Free. And Paul and Lou on the buses. Excellent. Da, 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 da. Right, gang. I just want to squeeze in one more story before you go today, okay? It's an absolute bargain of the century. Are you stuck with something to do at Christmas? Well, this year, and I've never seen a Claridge's special offer. Christmas at Claridge's. That's the really posh 5-star hotel that I have stayed in. I have stayed in there. An absolute bargain, this, boys and girls. Ready? Experience an enchanting 3-night Christmas celebration at Claridge's, where every moment is infused with festive cheer. The magic begins on Christmas Eve as the little ones leave mince pies and carrots on the mantelpiece, awake to hand-stitched stockings brimming with charming keepsakes, followed by carol singing and horse-drawn carriage rides through Mayfair. Wrapped up with a festive feasting and a visit from Father Christmas himself, and being Claridge's, listen, it won't be someone's dad dressed up. It will be the actual Father Christmas at Claridge's this year. Wrapped up with festive feasting and a visit from Father Christmas himself, this seasonal escape promises an unforgettable family adventure. Offer is valid for a 3-night stay, arriving on the 23rd or 24th of December 2025. Book... I hope you're making a note of this. Right, I should book very quickly, because these are going to go so quickly. Offer includes 3 nights in one of our breathtaking suites or rooms, a welcome bottle of champagne, and festive treats in the room on arrival. You getting this, Marion? You writing this down? Your own Christmas tree for reservations of the Mayfair suite or above. Children's entertainers Sharky and George hosting activities and crafts on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Mince pies and carrots for children to place on the mantelpiece for Father Christmas and his reindeer. A visit from Father Christmas and his elf. Christmas morning carols, stockings for the adults and children. I'm a bit concerned about that stocking thing. I'm not sure I want to wear stockings. Mind you, some people do, some men do. Perhaps I should try it. A horse-drawn carriage around Mayfair with hot chocolate and marshmallows. Christmas lunch in the foyer and reading room. The French salon and drawing room or Claridge's restaurant. Lunch excludes beverages. For those that like to get rather drunk. Is that you? I hope not. and a guaranteed 2 p.m. late checkout. It says offer valid for a 3-night stay with arrival on 23rd or 24th of December only, subject to availability. This applies to new bookings and cannot be combined with other offers. Now, I don't see a price on there. Right, so what I'll do now is click book and I'll select December the 24th, 25th. Oh, hang on, 24th. So what is it? 3 nights. 1, 2, 3. So the 24th to the 27th. That's 4 days. So that's 3 nights. And I assume that it will give me the price. Okay. I've already done this once. Okay. It's an absolute bargain. I can't believe how cheap this is. Right. So we do 2 adults. There we are. And we'll book the Mayfair room. Okay, so we'll book the Mayfair room. There we go. Best flexible, add to stay. There we go. And continue to book. Right. So I hope you're writing all this down because you'll want to be on the phone as soon as I finish the show. I don't want you to miss out here. What an absolute steal for 3 nights and all those things. Only £5,040. Cash only, no cheques or cards. And that, can you even believe this? It includes VAT. Includes VAT. I expect Paul, who is the manager of Claridge's. I know these people, dear. I know this. I expect Paul will be inundated with phone calls. I mean, if only there was someone that I could take there. Can anyone think who I could take there? Mark Bowles? For our little Christmas festive? Me and you on that little carriage with our hot chocolate and marshmallows. Horse-drawn, waving at the people. Sending photos to your exes, darling. Look where I am. Oh, that's right. Yes, the Christmas calendar. I remember that one. Oh, there we are. So there you go. Don't all rush now. I would imagine if you try and ring now, I would imagine it'll be engaged, because everyone will be watching now or trying to ring now on my advice. I'm just assuming that. I think I'm probably right. Thank you very much. And am I going live on Christmas Day? I don't know. I am in Lincolnshire on Christmas Day. Certainly not the video. Not a chat show like this. The radio show, don't know. There is. I've started playing the organ when I visit in Lincolnshire at the church there now as well, because they have no one. So I go up once a month now, and I did the first one last a couple of weeks ago, and it went all right, except I played the wrong hymn at the end. Don't ask me how I did that, because I really don't know. It was in front of me, and I'm playing the wrong hymn. I got tapped. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry you're playing the wrong hymn. Am I? So I started to, and only because they have no one. So I might. I just feel if there's no one to do it, I should offer. It's not that I definitely want to do it, because I don't really. I quite like it relaxing. But if they've got no one, I will offer. So that will mean no radio show. So I don't know. But it'll be there Boxing Day and on the 24th, so Christmas Eve and Boxing Day, we'll do the radio show as usual, but not the chat show. There will be a chat show on Sunday the... Now, why does that say EM? What does that mean, EM? I don't know what that means. Sunday... I don't know what EM means. Why have I put EM on there? Early Mass? I don't know. Anyway, should be one on Sunday the 21st and Sunday the 28th. All right, Mark? Jason... Long John is very good for cold winter. Do try Long John, so I need to wear Long Johns. All right. Last look on the emails. There we go. I think we're all right there and all up to date. Okay, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining us on the show this evening. I'll be doing my little radio show, as always, tomorrow morning. That's there. Okay, starts at 9 o'clock. I do hope you'll be able to join me for that. Reachonair.com. You can watch it. You'd need to download a different app to watch that one because we can't do it on YouTube due to copyright restrictions, okay? So download Twitch completely free of charge, and then you can set up your free account and then look for me. My username on Twitch is the same as it is on YouTube, Chris Reardon UK, and you can join us tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, or if not, tomorrow, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, okay? I do a 2-hour Tuesday night thing. We'll do all sorts of little competitions and things on there. Don't worry, there's no money to be won. No money, just fun, okay? Thank you, gang, and I'll see you for another one of these in 2 weeks' time. I'm not with you next week because I'm on my little holiday. Have a nice evening, and thanks for being with us. Cheerio now.